Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with his good friend and Tuesday guest, Matt, the lumberjack landlord. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing super awesome. It's fun. It's Tuesday. We got another 4 inches of snow last night, so I just cost me $2,000. I'm super excited.
Oh, how
Yeah,
much?
dude, every time it snows, it's $2,000. Every time my kids come down and see it, so it's like, Daddy, it snowed. I was like, go away.
Go away. Daddy doesn't like snow.
Yeah, want to see why you're not going to college? Right here.
Yeah,
Yeah, the white stuff.
the white stuff. So, how much snow is on the ground? I'm just curious.
Right now is probably about 6 inches. We got three kind of like minis, we'll just call them
Flurries or whatever?
small. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's like we had like three inches or so one day, and then about a week, and it was freezing all week, then another 3 inches. And every
Yeah.
time it snows, an angel gets its wings, and I spend $2,000 clearing it away.
Clearing the roads, right? Clearing it. Oh, crazy. Hey, so what I want to talk about in this video is I know there's a lot of landlords out there that are giddy, frankly. And I kind of get it, right? The 2020 and much of 2021 was hard. We had the eviction moratorium, which of course was unconstitutional, but it took forever to go through. We've had state and local eviction moratoriums, rent control come out of nowhere in some places. It's been the landlords were beaten up for, again, no fault of their own, right? They were the people that were asked to carry the bag, which was wrong, but it happened regardless. Now, what I've seen the last 90 days or so is obviously rent inflation is going up like I've never seen it. And that's 21 years of history.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's going up by factors. And some of this is just catch up.
It is.
Which is, you create a gap, there's a catch up period. Some of it is, supply demand imbalances, right? People are moving to my area. We haven't built housing in a decade, so competition makes prices go up. So I get it. But what I really want landlords to realize is I do not think it is healthy for us to continually see rent increase 20% on 20% on 20%. A catch-up period is to be expected and frankly could have been planned for, right? You artificially stop something, then it rushes in. But I'm starting to see some landlords plan poorly. I have seen some landlords in bigger deals make horrible assumptions, right? They're planning out years for rent increases like the last year was normal. So first and foremost, as somebody who was house insecure growing up, I can tell you that there will be families deciding at the end of the month what to pay. And whether you like it or not, rent's not priority one, right? Because there are other options. Landlords don't get that. So realize that rent has to slow down. So yeah, I don't like to see people get giddy at other people's pain. That doesn't sit well with me. But and most importantly, I don't want investor to make horrible decisions because you're paying for deals today with tomorrow's rents. And I'm here to tell you that those tomorrow's rents should not be counted on. So what do you think?
I mean, one of the things, one of my major strategies is value creation, right? And so value creation comes from finding an asset where they're pricing it based on current rents. And their current rents are, we just took over a property last week that we closed on where all of the units are underpriced, but one of them is underpriced 40% to housing's number.
Oh, wow.
And Mike, they're in housing.
So again, what he's saying there is, let's say housing was paying $1,000 for this unit. They're at 600.
Yeah. This one is housing is paying 1,100 and housing is 1,800.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And this owner owned this property. That's embarrassing. Like, I feel like, what? Why? Why? It's a program. Like, manage that. But I think that my belief is that probably for the first time in 2 years from now, probably for the first time in what will then be my 23-year journey, I think for that first time, we'll actually see rents go down probably in 2024. I think they're going to come off the highs because I think affordability, like they're going to have to, like, I think that you're going to be dealing with such a small pond
Yeah.
But I see these new developments going up, Mike, and they think nothing of 2-bedroom units, 1 bath, 620 square feet, and they're $29.75 a month.
What would that have been like 2 years ago? I have no idea.
Those buildings weren't built. And so like the top 2-bedroom apartments in my city, top 2 bedrooms were a couple of grand. So now they're 50% more.
Okay. Wow.
But it's because of their, the building costs and all this
Yeah.
other stuff. But now what I'm finding is I'm finding those ultra luxury apartments competing with me on Craigslist.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So I literally put it right out there. Hey, you can go waste 50% more of your money over here.
Yeah.
And what's been great is, rising tide lifts all boats, and it did.
Sure. Yeah.
It lift. I mean, we were 14 pretty consistently for our 2 beds, and now we're 18, 19.
Yeah.
And that's in 2 years.
Yeah. So this is what you should be doing. Unfortunately, it's not, because again, a lot of new development will go in. It'll be class A plus, all the swanky stuff. But what's going to happen is a lot of that inventory will be added, and then it will, then it won't fill up as fast, because again, the pond is small, to use your term.
Yep.
And then they'll go down, right? If we got class A plus advertising on Craigslist, I would tell you that's not a good thing.
Well, and that's the thing is, so I counted it, and there were 17 ads in 2 weeks from luxury class stuff.
And normally there'd be 0.
None.
Yeah.
Yep. And I think what's happening is they, admittedly, they were from Massachusetts. This is why I have such a thing with Massachusetts, is because they try and do what they did there, and they try and do it here. It'd be like San Francisco trying to move to Fresno and getting the same rents.
Yeah, that's not going to end
Good
well.
luck. Your building's going to be vacant. And so they've done okay here, but what you're seeing there is massive turnover.
Right.
People sign on.
Exactly.
They got some deal where it was, they did a deal last year where I was beside myself. $99 security deposit on a $3,000 unit.
Oh, wow.
$99 security deposit and 1 month's rent for free.
Yeah, not good.
Every single person moving out of that place is getting a bill.
Oh, yeah.
Every single one without exception.
Yeah.
Everyone. And so you look at it, and it's how they structured the debt in the building. That's why I think people doing what we're doing, mom and pop stuff, right? 2s, 3s, and 4s, or single families, 2s, 3s, and 4s.
Yeah.
We don't need a special program like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So what I want to say here is, if you're an investor and you're doing deals, I would strongly suggest you don't plan for rent increases much past 2022. We may have a little hangover into 2022, because again, you created a gap of 18 months. So they're naturally going to be makeup. But I really see, because again, I'm an accredited investor, and I get deals that come across my plate almost every day.
Yep.
And I'm like, you guys are planning for 5% rent increases in 23 and 24. Are you crazy?
That's not happening.
This is not happening, right? So again, do yourself a favor. Also, if you're a mom and pop landlord, realize what's going on. There is a family at the kitchen table at the end of the month going, what are we going to pay? And I got bad news for you. If the economy slows down, rent will not be at top of the list. So be careful. So how can people find you?
Lumberjack Landlord on YouTube, and Thursday nights with the lovely Mrs. Lumberjack, 8 p.m. Eastern time. We go a couple of hours answering couples questions.
Yeah, that's a great show. People need to check that out. Thanks, buddy.
Appreciate it.